Anderson Cooper may live a rich and respected lifestyle, but things haven't always been easy for the celebrated journalist and CNN anchor.
Anderson Cooper, CNN's Silver Fox, the unflappable, no-nonsense, expert-level eye-roller of modern journalism, has spent his career reporting from war zones,
also to media centers built.
dodging hurricanes, and holding politicians accountable on live television. But when it comes to his own life, oh, he's been as tight-lipped as a classified government file. Sure, we know the basics. He's an Ivy League grad, a hard-hitting journalist, and oh yeah, the literal heir to the Vanderbilt fortune, which, as he loves to remind us, he isn't touching. But what we didn't know, the shocking truth about his family life that he just casually dropped like it wasn't about to send the internet into a frenzy. Let's get straight to the jaw-dropper. Anderson Cooper, America's favorite straight-faced news anchor, has not just been quietly raising his 2 kids. He's been co-parenting with his ex, Benjamin Maizani, in what might be the most emotionally mature post-breakup arrangement in history. Yep, while most exes can barely handle a shared Netflix password, Anderson and Benjamin are out here raising children together, under the same roof, despite being exes. And apparently, they're handling it better than most married couples. If that just made you pause for a second, same. Because in a world where celebrity breakups are basically just messy reality show plots waiting to happen, Anderson is out here giving us the most amicable, functional, scandal-free arrangement imaginable. And if you're thinking, wait, aren't breakups supposed to be dramatic and full of bitterness? Not in Anderson's world. He and Benjamin, who split in 2018 after nearly a decade together, decided that just because their romance didn't work out, their family life still could. And they meant it. These two never went the typical Hollywood route of cold silences and passive-aggressive tabloid leaks. Instead, they just kept living together, raising their 2 sons, Wyatt and Sebastian, like one big, happy, unconventional, but highly functional family. According to Anderson, Benjamin, a businessman and nightclub owner, is just as much a dad to the kids as he is, and they've completely embraced the co-parenting lifestyle. Now, for those of us who have seen the absolute wreckage that co-parenting can be for some exes, Koff Brad and Angelina Koff, this level of maturity is almost unbelievable. Anderson and Benjamin don't just tolerate each other for the sake of the kids, they actually seem to genuinely like each other and enjoy parenting together. Anderson has even said he likes living with Benjamin, calling him a great dad, a great friend, and someone who's fully committed to their kids. Imagine that. No dramatic court battles, no Instagram rants, no shady quotes in People magazine about growing apart. Just 2 grown men deciding that their love for their kids is more important than whatever went wrong in their relationship. Take notes, Hollywood. Now, if Anderson's modern family arrangement wasn't already a shocker, let's revisit the other insane part of his personal life. The fact that he could have been born into obscene, untouchable generational wealth and actively chose not to be. Because in case you forgot, Anderson isn't just any successful journalist, he's a Vanderbilt. Yes, those Vanderbilts. The old money, gilded age, so rich they built mansions for fun Vanderbilts. The kind of wealth that practically built America. His mother, none other than Gloria Vanderbilt, the fashion icon, artist, and socialite who spent her childhood in one of the most scandalous custody battles of the 20th century. If wealth had a face, it would be her baby picture. And yet, Anderson inherited none of it. Yes, you read that correctly. When Gloria passed away in 2019, at the age of 95, she left behind an estate worth millions. But Anderson didn't get a dime. And he's totally fine with that. In fact, he's been saying for years that he never expected or wanted a trust fund. He calls inherited wealth a curse, and has always made it clear that he was going to earn his own success. Now, sure, you might be thinking, well, that's easy to say when you grew up in the lap of luxury. But Anderson really did make his own career. He didn't just coast on his family name, he hustled. He started out as a low-paid freelance journalist, traveling to war zones on his own dime, sneaking into dangerous regions just to get a story. And while it's easy to assume he could have fallen back on family money at any time, he never did. He built his career his way, and whether you love him or hate him, you've got to respect that level of drive. But just because he doesn't care about his inheritance doesn't mean he won't leave something for his own kids. Anderson has made it clear that Wyatt and Sebastian won't be inheriting a massive fortune either. He's already stated that he doesn't believe in passing down wealth just for the sake of it, and instead, he wants his kids to earn their own way. Yep, the cycle of hustle continues, even in the Vanderbilt Cooper household. So here we have it. Anderson Cooper, co-parenting king, antitrust fund advocate, and CNN's hardest-working anchor. He's breaking every stereotype we have about rich heirs, famous journalists, and exes, who should hate each other but somehow don't. His life is proof that family doesn't have to look one way, and that you don't need to be trapped by the expectations of your last name. He's living with his ex, raising 2 adorable sons, and making it work in a way that most people in his position probably wouldn't even attempt. So whether you admire him for his journalism, his work ethic, or just the sheer insanity of co-parenting under one roof without losing his mind, one thing's for sure, Anderson Cooper knows how to keep us talking. And honestly, we're listening.